Welcome back to Performance TV. If you own a four-wheel drive truck, you want to set it apart from all the rest. One of the easiest things to do is put a set of big tires and wheels on it, but in order to do that, you need to lift it. Well, I've got a guest with me today, Kelly from Tuff Country Easy Ride Suspension. You've got kits for all kinds of vehicles.
We sure do. We've been doing this a long time. This is our 25th year anniversary, and we make lift kits and suspension systems and leveling kits for pretty much any vehicle you can imagine.
Well, what sets your kit apart from all the rest?
Well, what makes it most important to set us apart is we're made in the USA. We're 100% made in the USA product, and that means a lot to us, and it's very important. We've been doing this a long time, and we've been on both sides of the counter, and the biggest thing that we really stress when doing our systems is ease of installation, making it easy to install for the do-it-yourself guy or the shop. Right,
it comes with a new upper control arm, the blocks for the back, and then also parts to do the strut as well.
Correct, yeah, all systems are different. The particular truck we're working on today is the F-150. And we've designed a uniball system for the upper control arm, which allows the vehicle to come back into factory specs as far as the alignment goes. It's done with instead of a ball joint, we've gone with a uniball system. And after it's all installed, the vehicle will have more articulation, better drivability, and alignability.
Well, we've removed all the stock suspension, and our first step will be working on the strut. And we're going to work on the strut. We're going to put it in a spring compressor. We're going to clamp it down, and then remove the top of the strut. What are we going to put in here to raise it up?
We're going to put it on the very bottom end of the top of the strut. We're going to put in a aluminum preload spacer. And then on top of that, we're just going to put on a regular spacer. That's how you accomplish your lift.
All right, well, we'll clamp it down. We're going to mark it so everything stays aligned, or we can put it back together real easy. We'll clamp it down, remove the top, put in our spacer, remove the rubber piece, put in the spacer, put it back on, and then put the top spacer on top of the OEM part.
Correct, yeah. And then from there, we'll move on to the control arm.
All right, well, the strut's all done, ready to go. Now we're ready to install on the truck. First step, not going to be the strut, it's going to be the upper control arm.
Correct, yeah, we need to install the upper control arm with the uniball system. First of all, we'll need to put the bushings in and grease them. If you'll take a look at the inside of this bushing, Tommy, you'll notice that they've got grooves in there. That's allowed the grease to run through it. And
keep the suspension lubricated, working well.
Yeah, you want to always lubricate your bushings, probably as much as you change your oil. Every time you change your oil, you probably want to go grease those bushings at the same time.
All right, slide that one in. We've got our bushings lubed. We're going to put the control arm in. Now we're going to use our factory bolts, right?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and reinstall with the factory bolts.
Oh, I like that.
Pretty simple like that. Yeah, it goes right on in.
Line that up. Wow, that was nice and easy. Put our nuts on. Now we probably won't want to tighten this up quite yet.
No, we like to leave everything loose when you're building around, starting to put the system in, and then tighten it as you go to get the proper torque on the bolts.
Slide up in there. All right, now we're ready for the strut?
Yeah, ready for the strut. Assemble the strut and drop the uniball down on top of the next step will be dropping the uniball back into the knuckle.
All right, hand me that strut. Now it comes with all new bolts for the strut because we're putting an adapter on the top.
Yeah, it comes with new bolts for the top of the spacer. Then you use the OE bolt on the bottom.
All right, you slide it up in there and I'll put the nuts on. I'll hold this up out of your way. All right, put the washer on and get a nut so it'll hold it in place for you. All nylon nuts so we don't have to worry about Loctite.
Yeah. That just makes it simpler for the end user.
All right, we got the top in. Now we're gonna put the bottom in.
Yeah, got the top half in. Now just gotta get this strut.
I'm gonna make this a little easier and try to persuade it in there a little bit. You got the bolt.
Yes, sir.
All right,
perfect. Should take care of that.
All right, a couple more steps and we got this thing ready to go.
Yeah, we're getting close. Just gotta reassemble the sway bar there and then the half shafts here.
Okay, we got the front all finished up. Now we need to do the rear. What's it going to take to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Front's all buttoned up. We're ready to go. It's really simple. We're basically replacing the stock block with a custom double-pinned rear block and U-bolt and rear shocks, and we're done.
Oh man, it goes right in, falls in, puts U-bolts in. We're good to go.
Real simple. Once again, easy installation.
We're going to take a break. We'll have more Performance TV right after this.